back to Daytime, everyone. We are joined now by the founders and the directors of the Mississauga Independent Film Festival, Jeff and Matt Campagna. Welcome, gentlemen, to the show. So how's it going? How's the planning and everything going for the film festival?
It's going really well. It's quite labor intensive, but it's a labor of love.
It's surprisingly smooth. Yeah, it's like everything's just sort of snowballing and happening almost on its own.
And people are really acknowledging it and appreciating it, which is excellent.
I think as they should.
Makes our job
it's
easy.
Be great.
Yeah.
And you've had a few screenings. You know, you're having these screenings before the actual festival. You've had 2 already. Now you're about to present another one. Tell us a little bit about the screenings.
Oh, it's kind of almost an awareness campaign for the festival itself in July. So they're free screenings that we're inviting people to just come out and find out what independent film is. And they're realizing that it's movies they've seen, movies they already like. They're independent, and they're realizing there is a difference between, you know, the Hulk and Sex, Lies, and Videotape. And there's just like 2 very different parts of Hollywood.
Can you explain kind of what makes a film independent?
Geez, that's a very broad question. The textbook definition would be the funding didn't come from a major studio, basically. But I mean, Mississauga Film Festival is set up to really nurture the local filmmaker who's just trying to hash a film out as best they can, and that's what we're looking to showcase.
Definitely. Now there's a call for volunteers, so anybody out there who's interested in volunteering in this I think it's going to be amazing, where can they go and find out about volunteering?
The website is really sort of nerve central for everything, because that's where we've got call for entries, that's where we've got volunteers, everything. It's MIFF. MIFF.ca, MIFF.ca.
And February 11th, you have your next screening, Love, the coolest independent love stories. Sounds really interesting. Tell us about that.
Well, it should be a really good event. We've got some guest DJs. We've got live music with Mike Celia. We've got, I don't know, a bunch of films showing. Some shorts, some trailers. We've got a feature.
And a lot of our films, I think 3 out of the 4 films that we're showing are like Canadian films, and that for us is the real trick. We're making a very Canadian film festival, because some film festivals, popular local-ish film festivals that people might be familiar with, pander to Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and it's a celebrity circus. It's not so much a film festival, and that's where we're trying to differentiate that. We're trying to make it as much as possible, hey look, a movie. Not who's in it, look at the movie. And that's kind of where these films that we're showcasing,
Unless
that's where
Canadian,
they sit.
Then it's look who's in it.
Yeah,
Exactly. And you guys mentioned Mike Celia. We actually had him on the show last year, terrific guitarist and a gentleman through and through.
Awesome.
We want to talk a lot about the festival parties that are really important, and also how you guys started this up. We do have to take a quick break though. When we come back, plenty more with the Mississauga Independent Film Festival. Stay with us on Daytime. Welcome back to Daytime, everyone. We are still chatting with Matthew and Jeff Campagna from the Mississauga Independent Film Festival. Guys, the screening is happening February 11th. The theme is love, and of course the festival you guys run is happening in July. Yeah, after love, you guys have a couple of other ones, a couple of other different themes that you are kind of having screenings for. Tell us about those.
The next one would be MIFF Funny, which is cool, independent comedy, basically.
Yeah, we really wanted to break down, I mean, the concept of independent film really runs the gamut that Hollywood runs. There's action flicks, there's comedies, there's everything. So we wanted to break each one up so people kind of knew what they were getting into. So the first one we did was in October for Halloween, and that was Fear.
Nice.
And then closer to December, in time for the Christmas season, we did Action, because nothing says Christmas like, you know, guns.
It really relates to each other.
That's what I think of when I think of Christmas.
Yeah, AK-47.
Better than Fear, I mean, Fear Action, that's fine. Now, February 11th, happening at the Enfield Fox. Everybody's welcome. Come check out some great independent films.
Free event.
Yep.
There's no cover. We got free movie popcorn, because that's a huge component.
Absolutely.
What else are you doing? What else are you doing on a Monday night? So
That's a good point.
Yeah, and what movies can people expect to check out on February 11th?
We've got a movie by a gentleman named William Allenson from, I think he went to Ryerson. Really twisted little short film called Barry. Really twisted.
It's really cool.
It's very enjoyable though. And we're closing with Sex, Lies, and Videotape, because that's an Oscar-winning independent film, which is perfect.
And we're also doing some trailers from the Butler Brothers, which are sort of GTA local boys who make some really like Kevin Smith, hilarious,
Yeah,
like
really cool
high-end,
stuff.
crazy stuff.
And then a film called I Am an Apartment Building.
Lovely.
And starring, what's his name? Carlo Rota or something?
Yeah,
From
there's a
Little
lot
Mosque
of
on the
there's a
Prairie.
lot of
Oh, yeah,
familiar
I've heard of it,
faces
yeah.
in it,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is kind of neat about it.
It's a well-made little short. It's
Yeah,
good.
Very
beautiful.
cool. Tell us about the festival parties and what goes on at the festival parties.
Oh, what doesn't
Or
go
what
on?
doesn't
at a film
go on,
festival
yeah.
party?
Yeah.
And we've been to enough festivals to know
Is it like the
that
champagne room or?
The whole
does that
the whole
work?
time. It's all champagne all the time.
there are some minor differences in the champagne room. We know that the most important part of a film festival is good parties. So that's one thing we're really focusing on for MIFF. And we've also organized a live indie music series along with the festival,
great.
which works in tandem with the after parties. So at all the after parties in July, we'll have great local indie musicians showcasing them.
And we're also building a film festival, like a film market, basically, where we're going to have distributors and sales agents
Buyers,
and people who
acquisitions.
turn films into from your hobby to your career, that really make it something you can keep doing. And the trick for us is that this isn't just showcasing filmmakers. This is letting them know that it's not a hobby if you don't want it to be. And so that's the real focus of the parties as well, because that allows these people, instead of being quiet and watching a movie, you're interacting with someone that can make your career.
That's, yeah, exactly. Now, for each, you have the love, the action, the comedy. What did you kind of get the most entries for in those certain genres?
Well, for the screenings that we're hosting as a ramp up to the festival, it's not so much of a submission process as a
Selection
process. Yeah,
Okay.
and then we just hope to ramp up submissions for the actual festival proper.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Please come back
We will.
closer to the festival.
Nice
It's a
new
3.5. Yeah, you like our new studio?
Absolutely.
3.5-day festival happening in July. For more information, you can check out right here on the board. Stay with us here on Daytime. We've got lots more coming up after this.